With the warm greetings, I extend my warmest welcome to the talk show Education 4.0 for Safe, Sustainable Societies.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the talk show organized by Samurja Educational Society on the theme Education 4.0 for Safe, Sustainable Societies. We appreciate and applaud everyone, our panelists and participants for the zeal to share and passion to learn with Samurja. What Samurja does, there is a video about it. Over to Monica, please.
Samurja Educational Society, established in the year 1991, has completed its gratifying journey of 3 decades. The society was conceptualized with the objective of educating children and preparing them to be morally upright and vocationally independent. Ever since its inception, the society has continued to take tiny steps forward, redesigning the educational fabric in all possible ways through various educational activities, besides conducting social outreach programs like the Girl Next Door and the Charity War. Samurja is constantly striving to bring together some of the most ignited minds in the field of education to introduce change in the educational fabric of the nation by providing educational vision, empowering educators, inspiring learners, and elevating various organizations through training sessions, panel discussions, talk shows, conferences, and symposiums. The society has also conceptualized and published periodicals and magazines for students and teachers. Samurja continues to explore new domains, trends, and landscapes to enrich the educators across the country by equipping them to resolve the academic challenges in their classroom to make teaching and learning more joyous and engaging. It also helps educators realize their vision and collaborate with national and international educators to have sustainable societies and a happy nation, thus redefining the paradigms of Indian education. Jai Hind, Namaskar.
An attitude of gratitude means developing a habit to express thankfulness and appreciation in all domains of our life on a regular basis for both big and small things equally. We do say thank you when someone does something good for us or positive for us. We do appreciate when something extraordinary happens as we feel cheerful and optimistic. But I am particularly concerned with the term habit. Do we have the habit of saying thank you for all small things happening around us? Do we appreciate the tiniest effort made by the most tender person around us? It is not my personal opinion, but each one of us feel that saying thank you or receiving thank you by extending the appreciation and receiving the appreciation brings a unique feeling in us. We feel unbound energy within us, which has the ripple effect as well. When we eat something and the tiniest particle gets stuck in our teeth, our tongue repeatedly, unintentionally touches the same teeth till it is removed. It may be the tiny tail of an aniseed or tiny fiber of a fenugreek. Similarly, our mind also revolves around the small and big concerns in our personal and professional lives. All days are not equally bright, but a habit of being grateful and attitude of gratitude adds to the sheen even to a dull day. The word gratitude is derived from the Latin word gratia, which means grace, graciousness, gratefulness, appreciation, and thankfulness. Gratitude encompasses all those meanings. Two psychologists, Dr. Robert Emmons from University of California and Dr. Michael McCaw from the University of Miami, have done much research on gratitude. Their research proved that gratitude is strongly and consistently associated with greater happiness. People feel more positive emotions, relish good experiences, less visits to doctor means improved health, dealing better with adversity, and building strong relationships. There are multiple ways to express gratitude. It can be being thankful for the past happy moments and positive memories, being appreciative for the present that is being bestowed on us, and be optimistic about the purposeful and dazzling future. Regardless of the inherent or the present level of someone's gratitude, it's a quality that individual can successfully cultivate further. When we focus on our gratitude, the tide of disappointment disappears and the tsunami of love rushes in. When we train ourselves to look at life through the lens of gratitude rather than discontentment and distress, we find ourselves happier and more at peace. There is so much to be grateful for if we just learn to look for it. And to help us, guide us, motivate us to cultivate this attitude of gratitude, we have with us the Gratitude Champion, a lead trainer of British Council, a Microsoft educator and trainer, and a very lovely friend, Miss Chandeep Marwa. I request Chandeep ma'am to kindly extend a verbal greeting to the audience.
A very good evening to all present here. I welcome each one of you, dear educators, in this session today.
Thank you, ma'am. I request Monica ma'am to please welcome and introduce our guest with a musical note.
Qualities as a mentor we need to possess, I would first like to go by the acronym. The acronym itself has so much in it, and I tried my level best to abide by those qualities. Number one, M for me stands for motivating. I all the time had to motivate my mentees. Number two, when I look at the E part, I had to have that kind of energy and enthusiasm in myself so that I could give that same energy to my mentees. And for me was to give them a nurturing environment all the time. That is, I'm there for you to help. I'm always available.
Thank you, Kriti ma'am, for the wonderful introduction. We also have with us a special guest. I would like to share one thing, that this special guest is very, very special to me. And I have invited her here for a very different reason. This special guest of mine, in the year 1985, she sacrificed anything and everything so that a temple of learning can be established. I was into job. And I was studying also. I did my MA. I did my MA while I was in job. And she ensured that the food should reach to my house while my examination is on. Also, whenever she prepared dhaniya ki chutney, it was always sent to my house. And she knew that my husband loved Karela, so she will always send that. I thought today is the best occasion to express my gratitude for that. This female, within 3 months of our association, from ma'am, she became mom. She is the chairperson of Bosco Public School, Mrs. Varsha Dugal. Ma'am turned mom. I welcome you here.
God bless you, Richard.
Thank you so much for coming here. Sandeep ma'am, without further delay, without letting our participant wait, so many people, they have come specifically to learn to you. So please tell us, each one of us, we have an iota of gratitude with us. Maybe the degree varies. My lovely friends, Arundhati ma'am, Manjula Di, Sunita Rajiv ma'am, Lakshmi ma'am, Sandhya ma'am, and Neeta Rastogi ma'am are with us in the participants. Everybody, they have come specifically to listen to Sandeep Marwah. So please tell us how we can raise that gratitude quotient in ourselves. Over to Sandeep.
Thank you so much, Gupta ma'am, for setting the context so beautifully. I'm really, I can feel the goosebumps, and I really don't know whether I should start or, it's towards the end of the session, how beautifully you have explained and you have expressed your gratitude for Dugal ma'am. Thank you so much. I'm blessed to have Dugal ma'am in our session, who has really shown how gratitude, the best way to give, show that love and the kind of gratitude Gupta ma'am has offered her. So
I'll just name Dr. Ashok Pandey, the Director, Elcon Group of School, Dr. Rajesh Asija, Director, Indraprastha Group of School. Both of them, they are a little occupied today. Maybe in the middle of the session, they join us. So I express my gratitude, and all those people, those who have supported Samooja in the last 30 years. Over to Sandeep ma'am, please.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I hope my screen is visible.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, great. So once again, I welcome all the dear educators in today's session. Let me talk about the format of today's session. It's going to be as follows. We are going to see simple tools and activities which will be very easy to inculcate in our daily routine. We would encourage 100% participation. So I want you to engage yourselves through your body, mind, emotions, and spirit into this session for the next 1 hour. Everyone gets a chance to voice their thoughts through the chat window. That's ensuring 100% participation from you, dear teachers. Input given by me will result into an activity where I would want you to think and share your reflections in the chat window. And when you share, please be specific and use the word I. Okay, so with this we begin, and let's move to our collective circle. We know we are in an online session and we are distant. But again, to be a part of this collective circle and to get all of you together, it's my request. I want every one of you to please take or choose a particular seat where you want to sit, a chair for yourself, and sit comfortably. Once you are seated, please fasten your seat belts, because we are just going to take off to embark on a journey of gratitude. I
hope everybody is seated comfortably on your seats. I'm just going to ring a bell. I want everybody to just get immersed in the music of that bell and then get into a zone of silent reflection. Dear educators, I want each one of you to put both your palms together as shown in the picture. I want you to just be with yourself and with your palms. Look at your palms as if you are looking at them for the first time. Look at the crisscrosses in your palms. Feel the texture of your palms. Look at the depth of your palms. Keep reflecting your palms with the question in mind. What do you think your palms signify gratitude from your perspective? I repeat, what do you think your palms signify gratitude from your perspective? It's time to share your reflections. So as I said, I want your answers in the chat window. Please start keying in your responses in the chat window. Shikha ma'am says touch, feel. Savita ma'am says feel, great. Shivani ma'am says I'm receiving positivity, touch of our loved ones. Amit Kumar sir says arpan, memories, life, praying for all, bounty, freshness, blessings, prayers, give and get the blessings, close to each other, we receive. Somebody has sent beautifully dua, thankfulness, positive vibes. You're all right, my dear teachers. Wonderful, wonderful thoughts. Thank you so much for sharing those wonderful thoughts with us. With this, we move ahead. And I want you to see this picture for a second. All you can see is that this picture depicts two counters. On my left is the counter of complaints, where you see there is a long queue. People are queued up to just share their unlisted complaints, unended complaints. Vis-a-vis, the second counter of gratitude is just empty. No one is there. Can you see that? Yes. Yes, dear teachers, that is exactly what we see, and this is the harsh reality of life. Both the terms thank you and gratitude can be used, and they're often used interchangeably, but they have different connotations. What are these? When we say thank you, we are aware of the actions, but when we talk of gratitude, we are doing a deep dive, which means it's not only being aware of the actions, but an appreciation for that person in totality. Also, when I say thank you, it is an automatic reply. Vis-a-vis, it is a deliberate practice when you start practicing gratitude. That was so evident when Mukta ma'am was showing and was trying to convey her gratitude to Duggal ma'am. We all witnessed that. It involved a lot of reflection. We could see that. It was a feeling from heart which Mukta ma'am was conveying. Vis-a-vis, when we say thank you, if she would have just said thank you to Duggal ma'am, it would just have been a spoken word, isn't it? Thank you so much, Mukta ma'am, for showing that little action in reality. So let's see, what is the difference between grateful versus ungrateful people? How are they different? Grateful people always see the reality with the lens of abundance. They look at life with the lens of abundance. Vis-a-vis, ungrateful people will always will look at life from the lens of scarcity. I hope you are in agreement with me. Again, grateful people look at what life is offering us. Vis-a-vis the ungrateful person, the whole attention will be on what life is denying. Again, life is like a gift for grateful people and a burden for ungrateful people. It gives a lot of satisfaction to grateful people who express gratitude. Vis-a-vis, ungrateful people have to experience deprivation, loneliness. And also, ungrateful people most of the time take it as their entitlement. Water, for example, for that simple resource, I am entitled to that. My vehicle, that is my entitlement, isn't it? Whereas grateful people consider each every step as acknowledgement. So let's see. When it is so simple that we know there are so many advantages of being grateful, what is it that's stopping us from being grateful? Have you ever thought about it? Any reflections to this? My eyes are on the chat window. What do you think stops us from being grateful, dear teachers? I want you to take a pause here, think, and please kindly come up with your responses. My eyes are on the chat window. Ego. Suman ma'am says it's ego. Rightly said. I can see a lot of people saying in influx of egos coming in. Burden of work, negativity around our past experiences, inhumanity, arrogance, my own sorrow and hesitation. Burden, again, has been said, and as we talked about work pressure, burden, I can see lots of things coming up, taking things for granted. Thank you, dear teachers, for that wonderful participation and acknowledgement, and all of you have said it right. So let us see what is stopping us from being grateful. As you rightly said, attitude of taking things for granted. Very, very correct. Also, negativity. You all said it. Forgetfulness. At times, we know that we have to say thank you, or maybe we are grateful for a person in our minds, but we forget, say to them, convey it to them in any of our actions. Sense of entitlement has already been said about. And last but not the least, which you all started with, and Suman Chawla was the first one to start with that, saying ego. Thank you for that wonderful response. Yes, my dear teachers, ego takes a big, it is a big reason which avoids us or stops us from being grateful. Now, let us look at this picture when so many of you have talked about ego. Can you see a difference in these two pictures? I would want you to just look at these pictures and just pinpoint what is the difference between these two pictorials which you see under ego and ego.
Sandeep ma'am,
My eyes, yes.
there is a message from the participant that there is some disturbance in the voice. It's syncing.
This is syncing. Okay, ma'am, I'll just check from my end. Is it better? I've reduced the volume.
Is Sunita Rajiv ma'am? Any other participant?
Is it better now?
Yes, ma'am. I think you can continue.
Okay,
Please.
I'll put it on the slideshow.
Yes, it's better. It's better now. There.
Better. Okay. So when we are looking at these two pictures, what I see, let me look at the responses which have come in the chat window. Eco are all correlated, which is not there in ego, rightly said, Varsha ma'am. I'm above all in pick on left-hand side. Okay, that's the other answer. Ego deprives us from life, rightly said. So therefore, dear teachers, if you look at it, ego is highlighting hierarchy, isn't it? Vis-a-vis, when I look at the right side, ego, I see the coherence, the correlation, and also I can see it is showing me abundance. It is reflecting harmony, isn't it? So when I see a clash of hierarchy versus harmony here, dear teachers, I think each one of you need to replace the G of ego with C of ego, isn't it? And we are all going to see how through simple activities and tools we will be able to achieve this. So, dear teachers, as I already said, feeling gratitude and not expressing it is like wrapping a present and not giving it. So at times, we can say that, no, I am always grateful. I express that in my thoughts, but I don't say it to the person. But as you have seen from this, what William Arthur says, I think it's very, very important to show our gratitude. And how can we show that? Let us see. While gratitude helps, when we start practicing it and not just keeping it to ourselves, giving thanks and feeling it is one of the most powerful ways to increase the well-being. And who doesn't want to work on that? Dear teachers, we are always saying my overall objective is for the holistic development of our children. And that involves the well-being of the children to a large extent. And especially during these days of uncertainty of this pandemic, we have seen that the most ignored area has been social emotional learning. Therefore, I thought, let us talk about this topic wherein we can do our little bit to cover up for this loss which we have had during these 2 years. Science has shown that practicing gratitude increases happiness and health in an individual. It also promotes confidence, independent thinking, as well as positive attitudes and disposition. Also, to quote the research of Dr. Robert Emmons, who has been a professor of psychology from University of California, shows clearly that children who practice grateful thinking have more positive and optimistic attitudes towards life in general. Then, what is the weight? We need not wait, and we should start developing this attitude of gratitude in our children. A growing number of studies have indicated that gratitude is just like a muscle that can be exercised and built up. So today here together, we are going to see how we can develop this muscle. So are you all ready with me, dear teachers, to wear your gratitude glasses and review your words? Yes? Okay. Let us all wear our gratitude glasses and review this world with our glasses on. And as I said, now is the time when it is action time for each one of you. I'm going to give you situations. There are going to be activities where I want you to reflect, and each one of you, we have 187 participants. I could see the inflow of 187 of you coming in, sharing with us your reflections as you had promised at the beginning. Let us spark some grateful reflections today. So let us see what is the first situation. Dear teachers, we don't forget to charge our mobiles daily, isn't it? It has become a part of it. It's become a routine. But do you charge yourself daily? Is my question. I want to answer here, and I would want to add fresh tender coconut to my list. What will you add in your list today? Over to you. My eyes are on the chat window, and please feel free to share your reflections. What is it that one thing you would like to add in your list to charge your own self? Let us look at the responses. Wonderful. Meditation for many. Music. Excellent. Prayers. Contentment. And meditation and self-care. Wonderful. I love the word self-care. Nature. Excellent. Games. Music. Riyaz. Thanking God. Nature walk. Wonderful. Music. Dance. Art. Prayer. Avoid short temper. Company of loved ones. Wonderful. Give things to the needy. Talk to the loved ones. Smile, so simple to achieve. I love if you're bringing in or adding in the smile to your list today. Count my blessings each day. Thank you, Manjuna ma'am, for that wonderful sharing. Smile, and the list goes on. Wonderful. Thank you, dear teachers, for your active participation. And I would want to give you a big round of applause for showing me this energy. Your energy always is transferable, and that's how I am charging myself today. Great. Let's see the next activity and the next situation. We have talked about ourselves. Let us see now, who are those people who have taught you to think differently, made you see light when there was darkness, and brought that sparkle in your eyes? Yes, take your time, do a self-reflection, and come up with your answers. Let's have a look at the chat window. And as promised, I would want to see, yes, my daughter, my God, seniors in school and parents, my family, my mother, self-consciousness, my parents and my husband, my bestie, nature, parents and husband. Great. I'm sure all the husbands are going to be on cloud 9 today. Wonderful. My mother, my son, my experiences, my spiritual guru. Wonderful. Great. Children, society. Excellent. Friends, connecting to godly knowledge. My parents. Excellent. Thank you so much, dear teachers, for those wonderful responses. Dr. Ashok Pandey, thank you, Sunita ma'am, and we all agree with you. And even I have that name in my list. Thank you so much. Self-realization, children, everyone who is and a part of my life. How thoughtful. Google, I like that. That's a true confession, Savita ma'am. Yes. Wonderful. Excellent. My friend who is suffering but takes and talks about positive thoughts. Wonderful, Anju Mishra ma'am. We need those people in our lives and lots to learn from them. Dr. Mukta, many people are saying your name. Wonderful. It talks a lot about all the good work you are doing. Thank you so much, dear teachers, for your wonderful sharing. Okay, great. Let's move to the next situation. What blessings are you counting today? Now, here, dear teachers, I want you to please reflect for a while and just maybe make a list, make a laundry list, not one or two, make a laundry or a bucket list and say, what blessings are you counting today? It should not be like this child who's saying, another day gone, feeling stuck, like most of us, do that on a normal day. I've lived the same day over and over so many times already. I'm in some kind of a time loop, playing itself again and again. I'm sick of it, hoping to get out of this soon to a brighter, better day. And we feel that, that brighter day is going to come. But who is going to make that day bright? No one else but you. So how will it become better? Till you start counting your blessings and be grateful. So I'm giving you a chance here, and I've just got 10 responses till now. Let's see. Okay. God has given us my secured job, time with my family, having this wonderful session with you. Thank you so much. My good health. Wonderful. Many people are talking about their health. Wonderful. Excellent. That's wonderful. And Corona has also taught us to really take care of our bodies, because health is wealth has been really understood now very, very clearly by people. My family is my biggest asset. Everyone to be happy, being healthy, my son, my parents, food, water, my wonderful friends, my teacher, my family, appreciation I got today in school, count your friends, opportunities I get every day. How beautiful, dear teachers. You have really made my day, able to acknowledge and ability to assimilate. Excellent. My confidence too, everything positive which I do. Wonderful. Thank you, Charu ma'am. Network allows to meet all. Thank you, Mansi ma'am, again for a true confession. Yes, technology has really become a part of us, and definitely we owe an attitude of gratitude towards it. Your teachings, which we'll still remember. Wonderful colleagues in my work. Excellent. Thank you so much, dear teachers, for your wonderful and your energetic participation. Thank you so much. Let me move ahead and give you another reflection. Okay. Someone says, if I could choose my school subjects, it would be the experiential study of meditation. Find your purpose or parts and not just content. Introduction to self-care, how to invest in my time, money, and energy. But alas, maybe it is not being taught to us every day. So dear teachers, I want you to wear your thinking caps and start thinking and reflect. What are your favorite subjects to learn from life? Share with us, what would you like to learn more? So I'll take a pause here and my eyes are again on the chat window. Yes, definitely this demands a little more thinking. Let your responses keep coming in. Learn to live in the moment. Wonderful. Life skills. I agree to that totally. Honesty, punctuality, moral science, the power to connect with people, to balance all my activities. I love that, Suman ma'am. Be a child again. Nothing is impossible. Value of Indians, Nirupa ma'am. Thank you. Life skills has been talked about. Skill of appreciating. Renu Nagpal ma'am says empathy. Very, very important. Nima ma'am says be kind to everyone. Again, Shivani ma'am says empathy. I would like to share my life experiences, how to take situations in life positively and not get disappointed. Very, very important. Keep up my self-esteem, how to help others. Naitik Shiksha, moral values have been talked about. Thank you, Rashmi ma'am. Rita Sarkar ma'am says how to lead a simple, humble life. The art of bringing change in life so that they become SDGs. Wonderful, great. Positivity and confidence. Excellent. Thank you so much, my dear teachers, my leaders. Excellent. Wonderful responses from you, and there's lots to learn. And you can see that we are all in that collective circle. We have tapped the energy and see what this energy is doing to each one of us. Thank you so much for your responses. Thank you, and thank you again into this session and reflecting and sharing those reflections with us. Now let us look at some of the emotions also. If I talk about an emotion, enthusiasm, we keep saying be enthusiastic today, but do we also realize that how or what do we mean, or what does it do to me when I am enthusiastic? Share with us how you feel today about it when you talk about enthusiasm. It is told to you to stay enthusiastic. What happens to you, or how do you feel with this particular emotion? Feel free to share with us your reflections. To be happy in small achievements too. Life taught me change is constant. Adopting. Okay, I think those are the answers to the earlier one. People are still thinking. Yes, enthusiasm lifts up my spirits and feels energetic, ready to take up any challenge. Wonderful. Wonderful. Excellent. Keeps one going. Lot of contentment, satisfaction. I feel healthy emotionally and physically. Pratibha ma'am says being happy in small things. Very, very important. Everything around is splendid. It fills positive attitude. It boosts my self-esteem. Be ready in every situation. But dear teachers, what happens is people have to remind us that you have to be an enthusiast, right? And you're seeing the benefits, you are quoting the benefits on your own, that just with this feeling of being enthusiasm, this emotion when I'm enthusiastic, it is doing so much to me. It brings smile on my face. It helps me to adapt love and care in my life without any discrimination. Every minute counts. It motivates me a lot for the next day. So true. Each one of you, again, thank you for your wonderful participation and your wonderful sharings with us. Now, let's look at some more things. We have talked about ourselves. We have talked about people. We have talked about, emotions. Let's also, I would want you to now have a look and see the material objects also. Let's travel back in time and see which magazine or paperwork that caught up our fantasy. What was your favorite? It could be book, newspaper, magazine, any print work that you used to enjoy that lit up your world. I'm sure I have taken you know, in the back down the memory lane, and I'm sure to receive again wonderful responses coming in. Let's see what are those. Champak, I love that. Amar Chitra Kathaएं, Bhagavad Gita. Lots of you are saying Champak. Target, Chanda Mama, Chacha Chaudhary. Wonderful. Nandan. Excellent. Tintin, yes. Women's Era, Chacha Chaudhary again. Motu Patlu, Popeye the Sailor Man's Puzzles, Panchatantra, Reader's Digest, Filmfare, Phantom, Chacha Chaudhary again, Tom and Jerry. Excellent, wonderful. Reader's Digest again, Panchatantra again. Lotpot, excellent. Thank you so much. You've really, Gita Press, Bal Kathaएं. Thank you so much. Archie's, yes. How can we forget Archie's? Arabian Nights, Parag, Dadi Nani Ki Kahaniyan. We've all grown up with all this, isn't it? Kadambari, okay, Charlie Chaplin. Wonderful. Thank you so much, Nancy Drew, right? Alif Laila, Vikram Betal, Famous Five, Prem Chand. Wonderful. Thank you so much for that wonderful sharing, dear teachers. And you see that this is what gratitude. Have we ever paid gratitude to such things? And the minute we just take them for granted, we feel that we are entitled to having these in our lives, you know, it takes us away from the emotion or from the act of gratitude. This is what we need to keep reminding ourselves. Let's move to the next thing. Yes, I'm sure everybody remembers their first salary. This is also one of the very, very important memories down the lane. Dear teachers, I would want everybody to think of their first salary, proud parents, nostalgic feeling, confidence, glee, rush of blood, the power to conquer the world. I'm sure these would have been different feelings. How did you feel when you got your first salary? Your first check in hand? Happy, feeling of contentment, okay. On top of the world, cloud 9, self-dependent, proud. Cloud 7 has now reached cloud 9, ma'am. I felt confident and delighted. Pehli job, great, confident to move ahead, worthy. Family was happy, speechless. Ghosh ma'am says she was speechless, wonderful. Self-dependent, proud of myself, self-pride, felt recognized, more responsible, Atmanirbharta, wonderful. Started collecting for doing B.Ed, wonderful, proud of myself. Thank you, Vishali ma'am, for sharing that. Self-confidence, felt like paying gratitude to parents. Again, maybe by this particular moment, you know, we felt like paying gratitude to our parents. Maybe at times we were just taking them for granted, isn't it? Spellbound, Rita Sarkar ma'am says, helped parents. Savita Vadhavan ma'am says, feeling content. Parul ma'am says, thankful to God. Amit Kumar sir says he thanked God. What else? Feeling of being independent, feeling blessed. Thank you, dear teachers. Thank you for that wonderful sharing. Yes, this was the response. And I'm sure you must be having a lot of memories in your minds now. Let's move ahead. Again, another gratitude prompt question for the day. Which is your favorite place to be? Which is your favorite place to be? Kashmir, wonderful. Switzerland of India. My home, Bangla Sahib. Parents' home, Shirdi. With my mom and dad in Shimla. Anywhere with my son, I love that. Gangtok, my birthplace, Uttarakhand. At home amongst my family, Dr. Kalpana says that. My home, many people are saying my home. I can see a lot of destinations, Goa, Kolkata, home with loved ones, parents' home. Indrajit ma'am says, home with loved ones, wonderful. My nani's home. Charu says, a place that's serene, peaceful. And she mentions Lansdowne, wonderful. Definitely it is very, very serene. In my dreams, I love that, Anju ma'am. You want to be in your dreams, wonderful. My birthplace. Sudeepa ma'am says, my hometown, Kolkata. My home, Golden Temple in Amritsar, Ladakh. Wonderful. Thank you so much, dear teachers. Thank you for that wonderful sharing. So these were different kinds of gratitude prompt questions, which if we start doing it, just feel the energy. Now, my one question to each one of you is, how are you feeling at this moment? I want you to express yourselves in one word. How are you feeling at this moment? Just one word. You're feeling amazing. You're feeling inspired, energetic, refreshing, awesome, excited, full of enthusiasm, grateful, involved, shanti, blessed, nice, learning something, effervescent, gratitude, grateful, inspired, enjoying, wonderful, blessed. See, not even one of you is writing a negative feeling, isn't it? That is the power of gratitude. That is the magic which gratitude can bring to our lives, my dear teachers. We all know this. This is something new which I've told you. But yes, we need to acknowledge this. We need to develop this with our students in the class so that it should become a culture of your school. It should become a culture of your class. Every student should remind you, ma'am, what is the gratitude prompt question for today? What is our topic for today? Isn't it? If that happens, how beautiful life would be. Let's see what else do we have in our store for you. Yes, how can I forget this? Again, one more reflection. Which was the first two-wheeler your family or you owned? Shall we recollect those experiences today and be grateful for them today? I want you to remind yourselves of the first two-wheeler your family owned. I'm not asking about your car, which at times you don't even remember now, which was my first car, or how many cars have I changed, or what was the number of my first car, but I'm sure everybody would remember this. I remember my father had Limbretta, and in those years, 1972, I'm talking about, we used to go on that scooter, all of us together. It used to be such a breathtaking moment. It used to be such wonderful moments, the kind of memories we made together. Let's see what our participants are saying. Hamara Chetak, Luna, Yamaha, first gifted bike, wonderful. Bajaj scooter, Hamara Bajaj, right? Vespa, and Atlas cycle too. I love that, Charu ma'am. TVS scooty, our scooty. Anju Mishra ma'am says our scooty. Yes. Hero, cycle, wonderful. Hero cycle. Okay, so all the brands are coming, but I'm amazed, and I'm so grateful to you that you even Bullet. You even reminded me of cycle, right? Excellent. Yes, thank you so much for that wonderful sharing. Many of you are saying cycle, right? And we remember that, and we rejoice each and every moment of being or riding on that cycle or on that scooter, which nowadays, maybe when we are seated in our comfortable AC cars and we are maybe not feeling happy. Why? Because we are complaining. There's a lot of traffic, so much time it is taking. I have to reach at my workplace. I will miss out on this or that, right? So we are now going to stop complaining so that by the end of the session, the counter which we saw on the side of the grateful, which was blank, maybe is going, the entire trail of people who were there at the complaints box are going to shift there, isn't it? Let's move ahead and see what's coming next. So dear teachers, you have seen that with all these activities, it is not only that, the way it makes you feel, but also scientifically, we should all know that health is not just about what you're eating, dear teachers. It is also about what you are thinking and saying. Again, we all know this, but somehow we are missing out on this. And what is it we can do about it? Again, we should know that the cells in your body react to everything that your mind says. Negativity brings down your immune system. And we need to work on building up a positive and a strong immune system. How can we do that? Let us look at the benefits. What are the different kinds of benefits of gratitude? It is in all fields. This gratitude shows benefits, whether it is our social life, in getting our relationships better, more and better friendships. In our career, we get more opportunities. For our health, it gives us less stress and better sleep. In terms of resources, as I said, and I started with my first slide, where when you start seeing your life with the lens of gratitude, you will always find you have in abundance, everything in abundance, greater abundance. How will you feel? You will feel happy and you will feel more relaxed, and you will become less self-centered. The empathy is going to be stronger. And as many of you said, I want to give something to someone. I would feel happy if I give or try to help others, isn't it? And that's exactly what it is going to do to you. So, dear teachers, let's all promise and take an oath here that gratitude is a muscle that gets you stronger through use. So are we all ready to develop this muscle in our classes? And also, first we need to develop it ourselves, and then only we will be able to develop this muscle in our students, isn't it? So for that, what is it that you can do is very, very simple. Dear teachers, one tip which I wanted to give you through all these exercises was to have an experience, because I really believe in whatever I hear, I forget. Whatever I see, I remember. But when I do an experience is when I learn. So my whole purpose of taking you through these series of activities was to remind yourselves to every day have one gratitude prompt question for yourself and start practicing this exercise of gratitude. And what I have done, I'm just going to share that with you. Here I have the picture of my gratitude journal, on which I've written, a mistake should be your teacher, not your attacker. A mistake is a lesson, not a loss. This is my gratitude journal, and I've been practicing this now for many years. And let me tell you, I started writing this, I dropped it. Again, I started, I dropped it. There were so many lapses in between. And then I was, time and again, the question was, always in my mind that why is it happening, why can't I make it as a habit? So dear teachers, again, I researched and got an answer, which I'm sure each one of you knows, that research says, if you do anything for 21 days at a stretch, it has a very, very contagious effect. It becomes a habit. But let me give you a warning signal here. Further research has shown, yes, definitely it becomes a habit, but still you need a little push or a little reminder from outside. But if you start making this for 90 days, then your body starts asking for it. Then it actually becomes a part of you. And I would want each one of you to make this a part of you, and please start doing it yourself, see the benefits, and then ask your children to write a gratitude journal for them. Every day you can give them one exercise. Again, it will vary because we have teachers from all different grades across all age groups. So my request to you is, it could be a very, very simple thing. Right from the morning when I get up, what am I grateful for? The first thing is, when I get up from my bed, I am grateful to Almighty for that sleep which I had, because if I would not have had a good sleep, I would not be fresh enough today to go to work, or maybe, to do my work. Next thing, I'm not even up from my bed, and I'm grateful to this bed, whom I've just taken it for granted, that this bed was where I was comforted and could get that good sleep because that bed was comfortable for me. Again, getting up from the bed, I should be grateful to the amenities which I have, maybe say in terms of water, where I first go in the morning for my wash or for, brushing my teeth. So right from the beginning, when you start your day to the end of the day, you will find each and every situation can be taken up. You can prepare these lists of questions endlessly, appropriately for your age group to which you are catering. And how we are going to do that is, teachers, as a reckoner, please, you try to follow a step formula. That is why I have here shown a series of steps wherein the first step has to be start giving gratitude to yourself. Let it start from you. We, including me, many of us do not do self-care and consider that to be maybe, it's not a good thing. But self-love, taking care of my body, paying gratitude to every part of my body is the first step, is the least which I can do to get into this practice of being grateful. Once I do that, I should start climbing the stairs and follow all these steps which I wanted you to nurture it in your students the way I have shown you through a series of activities. That is, you can have a WhatsApp group. Nowadays, we are using technology. You can send them every morning. You can send a gratitude prompt question. It could be like, a one-liner or a two-liner. It could be the first activity in the class which you're doing. It is flexible. It is just for you to make this as a culture in your classroom so that your students are getting into this habit. But for that, first, we need to start from I, me, myself, and then take it on beyond and further. So, dear everyone, before I end this session, I would want everyone now here to please recall your association with this Samurja group and how it has impacted you. Type your message in the chat window to express your gratitude towards the team of Samurja, which I would want to do it here. I am grateful to the entire Samurja group for giving me this opportunity today to be with you and share my thoughts with you. I hope they have been of help to you. I am grateful to Sir Ashok Pandey, who has been in association with me for quite some time, and I have always seen like a true mentor in him, and there's always lots to learn from him. Similarly, I want to pay gratitude to Dr. Rajesh Hasija, who has been the first principal of my son's school, that is APJ Noida, when my son had got admission there, and he was the principal at that time. And really, as a parent, I want to pay gratitude to you, sir, for taking care of our children wonderfully. And also to Mr. Harish Chaudhary, with whom again I've had my collaboration with him for doing the Microsoft sessions at the I remember it was at the IIT. This was long time back, I think 5 years ago. So sir, I would take the opportunity today again to pay gratitude to you for that. And last but not the least, to our Mukta ma'am, who has given me this opportunity, who's not just been a co-facilitator, a co-trainer, a mentor, and a dear friend. And in the end, I would also want to say gratitude to all the members who made this session possible today. That is the painstaking efforts of first of all, my apologies. I want to really pay my gratitude to Dugal ma'am for being a part of this session today and giving us your valuable time and your patient hearing, and also Monica and Ritika, who have been a part of making this program a success. So dear teachers, let me see in the chat window and let's see what messages are coming for our team Samurja. Feeling more inclined towards developing attitude for gratitude, I'd asked you to pay gratitude towards the Samurja group. Yes, let me have a look at them. I think I've missed some of them.
Chandeep, it will be a little more demanding. Please click.
Okay.
Instead, if we request any one of you, please raise your hand in case you want to share something which you are doing as a gratitude technique, how to enhance that amongst your student. I know my friend Sunita has shared once with me. Anybody who wants to share something from this platform so that At the moment, around 180 participants are with us. They can also take back something. Anybody who can, Monica ma'am, can you see the attendees, those who have raised the hands?
Yes, ma'am. There is
Arun-
Neha Goyal.
Yeah. Give the audio video rights to Arundhati ma'am. And Veena ma'am is there. Neha Goyal ma'am is there. Please give them the audio video right. Please share how something different which you are doing in your school to enhance this gratitude. Or if you have any question, you can ask. Monica ma'am, kindly give the audio
Yes,
video right.
Yeah, ma'am. I already give it.
Veena Gai ma'am, you are being upgraded as a panelist. Good evening, Arundhati ma'am. Is Sunita ma'am there? Thank you, team DAV Public School Raniganj. Chandeep ma'am, we have teachers in charges, HMs, coordinators from 22 DAV schools today. Welcome, Sunita ma'am.
So profoundly grateful to Samuja for so many things together. Number one, the topic that you chose, I think it got my team, which is almost everybody's there. They were all caught up with the word gratitude. It is something which is like a healing touch in these painful times, if I can say that. Secondly, calling a resource person. I mean, I'm a big fan of Chandeep ma'am, and she knows that. And I told my team also, you're going to listen, and it's going to be transformational session. 3, Mukta ma'am, definitely the service that you, Samuja, is doing to the education world is great. So one practice which you asked to share is here. This is our gratitude jar, and we keep on, I also keep on putting small chits, because sitting in, sometimes writing a journal becomes.
Chandeep ma'am, if you please stop share this screen.
Yes, I will do that.
Then we can see the gratitude jar of Sunita ma'am.
So it is here, and anything that the children have made on their own, and whenever we feel happy or grateful about things, one small chip to be written. I've hurt my elbow today, and I'm not able to open it. It's bandaged today. So anyhow, that is what we do, is keep on putting small chips and messages, and that is remembering and thanking Lord for every little thing, right from the ground we stand on, every breath that we take, and the fact that we are alive and together. So I think that is so beautiful to be grateful for.
Monica ma'am, give audio video right to Suman Chawla ma'am also.
Sure.
Yeah.
And Mukta ji, before Suman speaks, let me tell you, on the seashores, the waves do not get limited by the shores. So the way your tears were streaming for Varsha ma'am, I think gratitude ocean was already in storm, in tsunami.
She used to be angry with me only for one reason. Do you have taps in your eyes? Because whenever I used to hug her, it will start and she will say, do you have taps in your eyes?
It's a purity of your soul too. Yeah. Thank you.
Suman ma'am, is Suman ma'am there? We are not on time, but Suman ma'am would love to listen to you.
Yes, ma'am. She's.
Have you given the audio video right?
Yes.
Yeah, thank you so much, Mukta ma'am. And after listening to Chandeep, I wouldn't want to use the word thank you. I would want to say I'm grateful to Samurja and particularly you for organizing such wonderful sessions. And not even grateful, I would say I'm blessed to have a friend like Chandeep, and we go back a long way. So it's always a pleasure listening to her. And even now I was down in the dumps, spoke to her, and it has lifted me up.
was going through a crisis. A very close friend has been diagnosed as terminally ill. So I think, again, talking to Chandeep kind of helped me get things in perspective. And I even shared the link with her to listen to the recording, because right now she can't attend the session.
Sure, we'll forward the recording on the group, and I'll personally share it with you. So I think none of us, they want to leave. We want the session to continue, but the time is not permitting us. And every good things, rather everything has to come to an end. And without taking further time, I'll request Kriti ma'am to please extend the vote of thanks. Over to Kriti, please.
Ma'am, Dugal ma'am wants to say something.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am turn mom. Ma'am,
मेरे पास तो वर्ड्स नहीं है बोलने के लिए. आपके लिए गॉड ब्लेस.
Thank you. Thank you. So much. Thank you.
गॉड ब्लेस मेरा बच्चा.
Yes, over to Kriti, please.
Thank you, ma'am. The words of Gandhi ji are revolving in my mind. Live as if you were to die tomorrow. Learn as if you were to live forever. Good evening to one and all present here. I would like to express my gratitude to all the esteemed delegates of the talk show Education 4.0 for their presence and contribution to make this episode of the talk show a great success. Ms. Chandeep Marwa ma'am, thank you for deliberating on the topic Attitude of Gratitude for Safe, Sustainable Societies. With your expert guidance, give us a real insight and motivate educators to design their future SWAPy classes, that is, smart and happy classes. One should be grateful. We should always be positive. And yes, ma'am gave us a good activity to write one positive note daily. A special thanks to Ms. Varsha Dugal ma'am for supporting us today in this talk show. Also, I would like to thank Dr. Mukta Mishra ma'am for supporting us in organizing the talk show. I must thank the team Samurja, especially Monica ma'am, for working tirelessly to make this episode again a great success. Thank you, everyone. Namaskar.
And thank you, Kriti ma'am, for your research on Chandeep ma'am and always making things happen. By sending the certificate, I think every participant will extend a big thank you to you.
Thank you. God bless you. God bless you.
Namaskar.
Thank you.